When you think of sumptuous villages in the Swiss Alps for the 1% of the 1%, your eyes might naturally shift to Stade or St. Moritz. And yet, there's a secret gem that you might not have heard of that's quickly lapping up the most elite of denizens, citizens, and tourists alike. Welcome to Zermatt, where combustion engines dare not tread, and even the pigeons seem to understand the concept of exclusivity. Here, in this rarefied corner of Switzerland, private helipads replace parking spaces, morning yoga sessions come with Matterhorn views, and the closest thing to public transportation is a fleet of electric vehicles operated by the town's most distinguished families. So whether you arrive via the Glacier Express or your personal helicopter, prepare yourself for a level of sophistication that makes other luxury resorts feel positively bourgeois. After all, this is where altitude and attitude reach equal heights. In Zermatt, the prestigious Gornergrat railway climbs to 3,089 meters, a breathtaking 10,000 feet above sea level, offering panoramic views of 29 mountain peaks that soar above 4,000 meters. Imagine standing at over 13,000 feet. The Klein Matterhorn boasts Europe's highest ski terrain at 3,820 meters, approximately 12,500 feet. Though I suppose altitude is hardly the only thing that's elevated here. The Matterhorn Express gondola and private tunnels lead directly into hotel lobbies through sophisticated tunnel and elevator systems, ensuring guests never need to encounter anything as pedestrian as weather. The Sonegger Paradise Complex demonstrates the town's commitment to refined transport. A private funicular leads to Blauherd, followed by a gondola system, and finally a cable car ascent to Rothorn at 3,103 meters, what Americans would call 10,100 feet. The entire town runs on electricity, with combustion engines strictly forbidden since the 1970s to protect the pristine alpine environment. Only electric vehicles, operated by 4 prominent local families, glide silently through the streets, supplemented by a fleet of horse-drawn carriages for those preferring traditional elegance. The Matter-Vispa River, fed by the pristine Gornergrat Glacier, cuts through the center of town, providing both hydroelectric power and a suitably dramatic backdrop. At 1,620 meters, just over 5,000 feet above sea level, Zermatt nestles beneath Switzerland's highest peak, Monte Rosa, which towers at 4,634 meters, an astounding 15,200 feet, alongside the Dom reaching nearly 15,000 feet and the iconic Matterhorn at 4,478 meters or 14,700 feet. The Glacier Express terminates here, rather like having a private railway line to paradise, though I doubt paradise has better sommeliers. Year-round skiing on the Theodule Glacier ensures consistent conditions, while the extensive off-piste terrain attracts the most discerning winter sports enthusiasts. The town's population of 5,800 permanent residents swells significantly during peak seasons when the global elite descend upon its car-free streets. Nearly half of all properties serve as vacation residences, complete with state-of-the-art amenities including underground swimming pools, private cinemas, and personal spas. The local heliport facilitates everything from private powder field access to alpine rescue services, with Air Zermatt maintaining a fleet of helicopters for both emergency and luxury transport. In the hamlets above Zermatt, Zumsee sits at 1,766 meters, nearly 6,000 feet in the air, while Findeln perches at 2,051 meters, a breathtaking 6,700 feet, offering the kind of exclusivity that only altitude can provide. Riffelalp, soaring to 2,222 meters, what my American friends would call 7,300 feet, boasts its own chapel, proving that even spiritual matters receive proper elevation here. Personal chefs prepare breakfasts in private chalets, while state-of-the-art gyms host morning yoga sessions with unobstructed views of the Matterhorn. The town's remarkable transformation from farming village to elite sanctuary might seem like a fairy tale, though that's a story better told over a private tasting at one of our more discreet establishments. After all, in Zermatt, even the morning coffee comes with a side of history, and a rather impressive view of what might be the world's most photogenic mountain. The transformation of Zermatt from humble farming village to alpine aristocracy begins, as all properly pedigreed stories should, with a dash of drama. Until the mid-19th century, this valley harbored little more than agricultural ambitions and some rather determined cattle, though I suspect even the cows knew they had superior real estate. The year was 1865 when Edward Whymper, presumably tired of climbing less impressive mountains, decided to make the first ascent of the Matterhorn. The expedition ended with the sort of tragedy that paradoxically tends to put places on the map. Only 3 of the 7 climbers survived the descent. The incident might have deterred lesser mortals, but it merely enhanced the Matterhorn's mystique, rather like a slightly dangerous aristocrat who only becomes more intriguing at dinner parties. Soon, British mountaineers began arriving in droves, discovering that Zermatt offered something beyond mere slopes and summits. The village responded by transforming itself into a sophisticated haven. Hotels sprouted up faster than wildflowers in spring, though with considerably better amenities. Take the Grand Hotel Zermatthof, opened in 1879. It's been operated by the same group of families since its inception, because some things, like fine wine and hotel management, improve with proper lineage. The Gornergrat Railway, Switzerland's first electric rack railway, began its ascent in 1898, proving that even the Victorians understood the importance of a proper entrance. By the 20th century, Zermatt had established itself as more than just a destination. It had become an institution. The arrival of electric vehicles in the 1970s only reinforced its commitment to pristine air quality, ensuring that even the transportation remained as refined as the clientele. Today, nearly half of all jobs in Zermatt revolve around hotels and restaurants, while the rest focus on maintaining the infrastructure of exclusivity. The town's marriage of preservation and progression shows in every detail. Victorian gaslight streetlights cast their gentle glow, while state-of-the-art cable cars glide silently overhead. Skiing has evolved from a mere sport to an art form, with the thrifty moguls serving as nature's own obstacle course for the especially adventurous. The high altitude ensures consistent skiing conditions throughout the summer, though between us, I've never quite understood the appeal of skiing when one could be sipping champagne on a terrace. The 21st century has brought even more refinements. Heliports for the time-conscious, underground spas for the leisure-focused, and private chefs for those who understand that altitude is no excuse for mediocre cuisine. Yet Zermatt's true genius lies not in what it has become, but in what it has maintained. That ineffable quality of authenticity that no amount of money can quite manufacture. Now that we've covered the history, perhaps we should discuss what really matters in a resort of this caliber, the skiing, though that particular story deserves its own chapter. You're right. Let me revise Chapter 3 with more elegant number conversions. The skiing in Zermatt divides into 4 distinct areas, rather like having multiple private estates with different characteristics: Sunega, Gornergrat, Klein Matterhorn, and Schwarzsee. The Stockhorn area draws seasoned skiers to its challenging off-piste terrain and the infamous Trifji Mogul Run, though I prefer to admire its majesty from the comfort of a heated gondola. At Klein Matterhorn, one finds Europe's highest skiing at 3,820 meters, a breathtaking 12,530 feet above sea level, where the glacier ensures pristine conditions year-round. The Swiss do love their superlatives. The Gornergrat sector offers 29 peaks soaring above 4,000 meters. Imagine standing at 13,000 feet, rather like having an entire mountain range as your personal playground. For those who find regular slopes a touch pedestrian, heli-skiing opportunities abound. Air Zermatt whisks the adventurous to untouched powder on peaks like Monte Rosa, Alphubel, and Eskihorn. The gravity park on the Theodule Glacier caters to elite snowboarders and freeskiers who prefer their adrenaline with a side of style. Connecting to Italy's Cervinia and Valtournenche through the Plateau Rosa Glacier adds an international flair, though the Swiss side remains distinctly more refined. Summer brings a different sort of elevation to Zermatt's activities. The Five Lakes hiking trail offers views that make regular panoramas feel rather inadequate. The Zermatt-Sunega Trail reveals alpine meadows where even the wildflowers seem to understand proper placement. For those seeking higher ground, the Hernley Hut sits at 3,260 meters. My American friends would call it 10,760 feet, 100 feet, serving as base camp for Matterhorn climbers, though I find the view equally spectacular from the comfort of a mountain restaurant terrace. The Fury Suspension Bridge hovers at 1,867 meters, nearly touching the clouds at 6,000 feet, providing enough excitement for those who prefer their adventure with proper handrails. The Zermatt Valley, perched just shy of 2,000 meters, a dizzying 6,300 feet, offers historic hamlets that have mastered the art of appearing untouched by time. Riffelalp, at a height that would make Manhattan's tallest skyscrapers blush, 2,200 meters or 7,200 feet, provides a perfect pause for contemplation. The Gornergrat barn, that marvelous feat of engineering, winds its way to 3,089 meters, a height our American guests would recognize as over 10,000 feet, allowing for hiking possibilities at various altitudes. Each of these trails comes with its own character, rather like choosing between different vintages of the same excellent wine. The mark of true alpine sophistication, however, lies in knowing exactly which lift to take, which trail to follow, and most importantly, which mountain restaurant to frequent for that essential mid-morning refreshment. Though perhaps we should save the discussion of Zermatt's culinary heights for our next chapter. After all, even the most dedicated sportsperson must eventually trade their skis for a proper table setting. The culinary landscape of Zermatt rises to heights as impressive as its peaks, with Michelin-starred establishments dotting the town like rare alpine flowers. After 7, nestled in the Backstage Hotel, presents innovation on a plate through the mastery of Chef Ivo Adam. Though securing a table requires the kind of advanced planning usually reserved for minor military operations. Chevroni stands as perhaps the most intriguing mountain restaurant, with over 100 years of history seasoning its gourmet alpine cuisine. Celebrities and royalty frequent its tables, though they're far too discreet to mention that fact. The Omnia restaurant elevates dining to an art form with its no-menu concept, where dishes are tailored to each guest's preferences, rather like having a personal chef who reads minds. Capri, crowned as the best Italian restaurant in Switzerland by Gault Millau, resides in the Mont Cervin Palace, proving that even Italian cuisine can achieve Swiss levels of precision. For those seeking a more intimate experience, Findlerhof, known to insiders as Franz and Heidi's, offers spectacular views alongside exquisite local cuisine, though its slightly hidden location keeps it wonderfully free of casual tourists. The shopping scene proves equally refined, the car-free streets of Zermatt house boutiques that would make Bond Street feel rather provincial. Haute Montagne curates a selection of luxury alpine fashion and accessories from brands like Moncler and Canada Goose, though calling them winter wear feels like calling a Bentley transportation. The Hublot boutique showcases their latest collections against the backdrop of the Swiss Alps, while the Omega boutique ensures that even timekeeping maintains proper standards. Lorenzbach Zermatt caters to those who understand that mountain style needn't sacrifice sophistication, while Moncler's dedicated boutique ensures that even casual wear meets exacting standards. One might discover Chanel pieces in select high-end stores, displayed with the kind of reverence usually reserved for religious artifacts. The true art of shopping in Zermatt lies not in the mere acquisition of goods, but in knowing precisely which boutique houses that perfect cashmere, or which shop offers the most elegant après-ski accessories. The retail experience extends beyond mere fashion, though I hesitate to call anything involving Moncler mere fashion. Specialty shops offer everything from custom-fitted ski boots to handcrafted Swiss timepieces. Each establishment, whether culinary or retail, maintains that peculiarly Swiss understanding that true luxury whispers rather than shouts. The experience culminates in knowing exactly when to secure your winter season's wardrobe, which restaurant requires booking 3 months in advance, and most importantly, which mountain terrace offers the finest vintage with your fondue. Though perhaps we should discuss accommodations. After all, one needs somewhere suitably magnificent to store all those shopping acquisitions and digest those Michelin-starred meals. In Zermatt, the art of hospitality rises to precisely the same heights as its iconic peaks, with accommodations that redefine the very concept of alpine luxury. The Omnia stands perched 45 meters, approximately 150 feet, above Zermatt's rooftops. Though calling it merely perched feels rather like calling the Matterhorn merely a mountain. One enters this architectural marvel through a tunnel and private elevator that deposits guests directly into the lobby, rather like accessing a private mountain stronghold. The hotel's Michelin-starred restaurant operates on a no-menu concept, where dishes are tailored to each guest's preferences, a rather refreshing departure from the tedium of having to make decisions. The Omnia's sophisticated cavern club, carved directly into the mountain rock, offers the sort of exclusivity that makes ordinary private clubs feel positively pedestrian. The Grand Hotel Zermatthof, opened in 1879, has maintained its position at the pinnacle of luxury for nearly 150 years. The same group of families has operated this historic institution since its inception, suggesting that some things like fine wine and hotel management truly do improve with proper lineage. Guests arrive via horse-drawn carriage, because when one has achieved this level of sophistication, why rush? The Alpine Wellness Spa and Michelin-starred Prato Borni restaurant ensure that relaxation and gastronomy achieve equal elevation. The Riffel Alp Resort, positioned at 2,222 meters, what Americans would recognize as 7,290 feet, stands as Europe's highest luxury resort. This particular elevation provides the dual advantage of ski-in, ski-out access and views of the Matterhorn that make professional photographers question their career choices. The resort's outdoor pool maintains a temperature of 35 degrees Celsius year-round, though between us, there's something rather marvelous about swimming in warm water while surrounded by snow. The Cervo Mountain Resort offers a more contemporary interpretation of alpine luxury, proving that even tradition can benefit from thoughtful innovation. Its renowned spa integrates seamlessly with the mountain landscape, while multiple restaurants ensure that one need never dine in the same place twice, unless of course one wishes to. Direct slope access means that morning ski sessions begin the moment one steps outside, rather than having to navigate the complexity of transport. Beyond these flagships of hospitality, Zermatt harbors numerous five-star properties, each offering their own interpretation of mountain luxury. Underground swimming pools, private cinemas, and personal spas have become almost standard amenities, though standard in Zermatt tends to align with exceptional elsewhere. The true measure of these establishments lies not merely in their facilities, but in their ability to make the extraordinary feel effortless, rather like the Matterhorn itself, which has spent millions of years perfecting its pose. And now, I'd like to see you in the comments below. Had you heard of Zermatt before this video? And which one is your favorite so far? Stade, St. Moritz, or Zermatt? I can't wait to hear from you, so don't be shy and leave a sentence or two. I'll see you on the next one from So Luxury Travel, and ta-ta now.